weather today. Everybody understands German or should I speak in English? English, okay. Julian, Prabhu, we need a translation for Kishori Mataji. Haben wir jemanden zu übersetzen ins Deutsche? Sorry, Kishori. Es tut mir leid, wir haben leider keinen Übersetzer. Okay. Magst du trotzdem die deutsche Bhagavad Gita haben zum Mitlesen oder? Yes, yes. 1725. Okay, today we're reading from the Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, verse 25. Oh, that's very nice, because today we have the verse on the board. I will read first, and after me, please repeat. I will read the whole verse, and then after I finished, everybody can repeat. Okay. Tat iti anabhishtandaya palam gyana tapakriyaha tanaskriyascha vividaha kriyante moksha kanshibihi. Palam agyanata tanakitascha vividayaha kriyante moksha ganeshibihi. Okay, I read one more time and afterwards repeat. Tat iti anabhishandayaha palam gyana tapakriyaha tanakriyascha vividaha kriyante moksha Kangshibihi Mandaya Palam Agyanata Kriyaha Tana Kriyascha Vidaya Kriyanante Moksha Shibihi. And one more time. Tat iti anabhishandaya Palam Gyana Tapa Kriyaha Tana Kriyascha Vividaha Kriyante Moksha Kangshibihi. Tadishandaya Palam Igyana Tad Kriyaha Tana Kriyascha Vidaya Kriyante Moksha Kangshibihi. Okay, some of the Prabhu wants to read. Read the whole verse and then we repeat the whole verse. Tatiya Chandaya Palam Gyandana Hat Kriyaha Tana Kriyascha Vividyaha Kriyante Moksha Kanshibihi. Somebody else? Tat iti shadaya palam gyana pat kriyaha tana kriyascha vividaya aksangan shibihi. Tat iti anshaya palam agyana nata kriyaha tanangrigasariyaha kriyante moksha kantihi. Very nice. Tat, zet, iti, they. anabhishandaya, without fruitive results. Phalam, result of sacrifice. Yajna, sacrifice. Tapaha, penance. Kriyaha, activities. Dana, charity. Kriyaha, activities. Cha, also. Vividaha, varieties. Kriyante, done. Moksha kangshibihi, those who actually desire liberation. Liberation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace as the Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. One should perform sacrifice, penance and charity with the word tat. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from the material entanglement. Purport. To be elevated to the spiritual position, one should act not for any material gain. Act should be performed for the ultimate gain of being transferred to the spiritual kingdom, back to home, back to Godhead. Actually, it's first of all, welcome everyone. Your first time in Simhachalam? Second. First time. Oh, okay. Nice that you are here, besides the lovely weather outside. You stay in the guest house? You? Ah, very nice. So you stay a little bit longer? 2 days. Let's see if the Lord let you go. Or it's too much snow. No problem. Actually, it's a very nice verse, also very interesting, also in the purport, because actually it's beginning to be elevated to the spiritual position. Basically means we have a spiritual position, we have a material position, and first we have to see in which position we are, because mostly we go working, we spend our money for our daily needs, necessary car, family, flat and insurance and whatever else. And then mostly what is left we should use for spiritual activities. That's would be the best. Unfortunately, if you don't come from a rich spiritual background and culture, like for example, you were born in India, so you get a totally different grow-ups than we in the West, I would say, because normally in the West we are, in this sense, trained. You go working, you go shopping, and then you'll be happy. Problem is, it doesn't really work, because we spend, the sacrifice, the yaka, what we are doing, we go working, we spend our time, or let's say we sell ourselves to our company, and then we get paid for this. So we pay with our lifetime, and the time doesn't come back. When it's gone, then it's gone, and that's forever. So we have to use the results of our work. Very nice, and for this we need a proper training first of all, how to spend the results of our work, what should we do, actually what is the aim of life. That's Prabhupada explains later. Actually he said in the second part, acts should be performed for the ultimate gain of being transferred to the spiritual kingdom, back to home, back to Godhead. He repeats 3 times, so it's very important, because we also have to understand we are not this body, we are a spiritual soul, and we're just temporary here in this body. We have everything is temporary. My laptop is temporary, my phone is temporary, family is temporary, everything is temporary. The only thing what's really remain is the spiritual things on us. Let's say on our spiritual bank account, what is everlasting and never disappear. And in the end, what is the best thing? We can go home back to Godhead, back to the spiritual world where we always Satchit Ananda, always blissful, full of knowledge, and don't have to suffer anymore. That's the best thing. No cold snow, no heat. So that's very nice. And if you meditate about it, no sufferings, and you don't get old, you don't get disease, you don't have to give up this body, because everything material, like I was saying before, is temporary. And Prabhupada's also saying, one should not act for any material gain. I mean, that's the best if you stay brahmachari, because then you can always focus on the Lord. But for example, if you're a grihasta, then your main focus is to maintain your family nicely, give them nice education, also spiritual education. And for this, to give this or to understand this, first we have to educate ourselves. How, first of all, like I said, we have to understand we are not the body, we are the spiritual soul. In the end, everything, belongs to Lord. Here we have Lord Narasimhadev, everything belongs to him. He gives everything and he can take everything. So we have to use, if you have deities at home, you can also use everything what you have for their seva, that you're offering nice things to them, nice flowers, nice bhoga, nice clothes, nice jewelry, that you take nice care of them. Because if the Lord is happy, we are automatically happy in our heart, because Krishna is sitting in everyone's heart. And you can understand when he is happy, we also automatically become very happy. I have this experience, especially when we have festivals here, and you do a lot of seva, and the Lord is very pleased with you and the devotees, you become very happy, nothing can disturb you. That's actually very nice. But for all this, we need, like I was saying before, proper training. Where we can get the proper training? Normally from a self-realized person who always was going to all the stages, and then you have to find a guru in the end, a spiritual master, a bona fide spiritual master who can guide you, teach you how to act in certain ways, in certain situations, to please the Lord, to please also the devotees. The best thing is, if you already grew up in this context, in the West we have the Christianity. If you grew up in a nice Christian family, they go minimum once a week to the church, they're praying to the Lord, they're chanting the rosary, they're chanting. Anutara? You know what's the chanting on the rosary? The Holy Name. Okay. What is the saying? I'm just curious. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but actually they're also praying to the Lord. And love for Godhead in the end. So if you come from Indian background, I don't know, your parents would basically take you every day to the temple or and praying for the Lord, offer obeisances, give them nice food, and actually we should also not ask the Lord for any for any material benefit or gain, because according to Shastras, everything what is coming to us is our karma from previous lives and the life before. What we may be rich in this life, you can poor next life. What can you do? Nothing can you do. You just get what you deserve. And if you understand this also very deep in your heart, you become not disturbed by the things what happened. May your car gets broken, you understand, okay, it's my karma, what can I do? It happened. Let us be peaceful and don't be disturbed by this. But so basically you are very lucky. You get birth in a nice country with nice spiritual background. So that's very good. My wife also got very lucky. I got not so lucky. I get in the communist part of Germany and take birth. We didn't have so much. But in the end, that's the mercy of the Lord and the devotees, and especially from the pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada. Without him, if he would not come in the West and bring the books Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, we would not have this nice temple and could sit together and pray to the Lord. So we have to be actually very thankful for this, that he was sacrificing so much because he had so much love for us in the West because we didn't. I mean, where are you coming from? Munich? Yeah. Stuttgart. If you go in the city in Stuttgart, you don't go see many happy and pious people. They just go shopping, maybe drinking, and do other nonsense stuff. So, I mean, I also was doing it before, but by the mercy of the devotees, I come in contact with the Lord, and then you get purified, luckily, somehow or other. So that's the reason why I can sit here and speak a little bit about it. But that's very nice. Yeah, I mean, now in the Christmas time, the best yakka what you can do is go out for book distribution. But that's the reason why we don't have so many devotees at the moment in the temple, because everybody's out and go on book distribution. Did you met sometimes some devotees in Stuttgart for book distribution? But it will come, don't worry. Because they're giving out the mercy to the people in form of books from Srila Prabhupada. Because normally on Christmas time the people are more open to receive the things, because they see it's a special time. They are a little bit more open to the things, because, I mean, may you know it from myself, from yourself, I know it from myself. If you're trapped in your routine, in your daily routine, you go working, coming home, so much to do with the kids, the house, and etc., and then it's not so much time left for other things normally. At least it's my experience. But if you don't have so much time, the best thing is if you still can read one verse in Bhagavad Gita every day, read some purport, meditate a little bit about it. I mean, I know especially from the Indian devotees, they're also reading a lot the story of Lord Ramachandra, especially the kids are very happy with it. It's a big story. Also Mahabharata, and then it's also very nice. I mean, we are lucky, we live very close to the temple, so we come very regularly and do a little bit seva for the Lord. Now we can do a little bit more, because everybody's out for book distribution, so they need more people, so we can surrender a little bit more to Lord Narasimhadev and his devotees. Yes. Also, it's a nice thing if somebody wants and has the capability, they can use their Lakshmi to offer the Saturday Homa for the Lord. That's also possible. With this, you can check the website or speak with Ramananda Gopal Prabhu, because he is our head priest, so we can engage your hard-earned money very nicely for the seva of the Lord. And may he shower his blessings over you and the whole family. Also for every who's online, come here for Sankirtan Festival, it's very nice. You can do some seva for the Lord and get all the mercy you want. Yes, what else we have? Yeah, Prabhupada, like I was saying, is mentioned in the last part. The act should be formed for ultimate gain, for being transferred to the spiritual kingdom, back to home, back to Godhead, basically repeated 3 times, what is, to make it a big statement that our ultimate goal is not to stay here in the material world, but we have to go back home, back to Krishna, because there we can actually find true peace and happiness, because here, sometimes it's too cold, sometimes it's too warm, sometimes too much snow, sometimes too much sun, sometimes the heating doesn't work in the temple, so you have to take a cold shower, or you have to freeze, or this and that, so what can you do? But to get free from it, we have to please the Lord. Then you can question yourself, how I can please the Lord? You can please the Lord to his devotees, and he is the most pleased. So if you're serving the devotees or your spiritual master in a nice way and you get them the blessings, at one point, hopefully, Krishna will recognize you and me and then say, oh, he is very nice. Let's take him home this life. Because we never know where we're going next life. Maybe become a demigod, go to the higher planetary system. Then you stay for 20,000 years and then you have to come back to Earth, and Kali Yuga is starting really badly, like it's described in Srimad Bhagavatam. I think, was it in the end of the Kali Yuga? I think so. Where people living under the earth, eating their own children, doesn't get very big. I don't want to experience this. It's not very pleasant. I mean, the verse is quite short. That actually was coming to my mind, that we should use our hard-earned money, energy, time, whatever we have for the savor of the Lord. That we should always try to please the devotees and the spiritual master, so Krishna is pleased, and in the end, hopefully going back to Krishna, back home. If the Lord is seeing us, for this we need blessings, and for blessings we have to please the devotees. That at least. Shri Shri Prahlad Nakshmi Simadev Ki Jai. Here, I mean, this would be from my side. Any question, comments, marks? Somebody wants to say something? You are free to speak. Very nice. Hopefully you're coming back. Let's see when the weather is better.
So he is always with us. So we do, of course, the Srila is a big.
Ah, really, really nice.
We do every day Abhisheka, Panjamukha Abhisheka. And our names also Vijay Simha,
Ah,
Simhaja,
very nice.
Simhaskanda. So we're all
Narasimha Dev Deva.
so
Yeah.
it's like
He always protects. Yeah, that's nice.
So I always feel he's always around me, and he always protects me like Prahlad. So I mean, I come across a lot of challenges every day.
Yeah.
In my career, in my life. But I always, somehow I seek recourse with God. And I mean, toughest of the toughest times also, I saw that things just vanish away. And really, they are coming to engulf me.
Yes.
And I always tell my wife that, no worry, you just go. It comes like it's falling, you're seeing, it's a big tide or flood is falling, but you see that it disappears. The last minute, greatest of the greatest. I mean, there are situations where my career can just pick up the time. My wife was worried, but I said, just go. But just.
Yeah. I mean, that's the mercy of the Lord, because the more challenges He gives us, the more we realize we have to take shelter of Him, the more we have to depend on Him, because then the more we can surrender to Him, then it gets solved very easily. I mean, we also have this experience, sometimes it's this and that, sometimes too short of Lakshmi, because last year we wanted to book flights to India, but now the flights are super expensive. I don't know why they're so expensive. But then, if you really pray to the Lord and you have this sincere desire to visit the Holy Dham, you want to visit your family basically in India and to be with Him, but then the Lord is helping you. He already arranged all the things. It's just a matter of time till they manifest. But still, He wants to really see us, okay, is he really sincere, and then He gives some obstacles, some challenges.
I see Him, very evidently with me a lot of times.
No, it's okay, Anuta. No, I think you have to switch it on. Okay. That's no problem.
So, I see Him, evidently always with me. One of the examples, even till today,
Yeah.
also I can quote. Today I brought one Narasimha statue to keep it at my home.
Ah, very nice.
I brought it to sanctify this. But the story goes back 8-9 months, where I was visiting India, and there I found a big statue.
Yes.
I found generally Hindu families won't allow to big statue at home because you need to do puja.
Yes.
But I already doing for this everyday Abhisheka for last 7 years. So I didn't find it as a challenge. So I thought, okay, I can keep this. But I also put this, something is happening in my career. If that happens, then I will definitely bring it in. But that I didn't I didn't buy that. So I just kept it there in India. I just fixed this is a statue I wanted to buy. But I said, God, okay, let things come, then I will bring them. And I told my niece, nephew, that when I say you buy it for me.
Yes.
And it passed almost 4-5 months. And a situation come for my next level discussions, whatever. And my nephew is in the shop and my interview is going on at the same time. Okay? So she bought that, remember what? And after that, some day she was supposed to come. That hasn't. And September first week I was here.
Yes.
Okay? And nothing has, the response has not come from the whatever the situation. And I stayed here, and I was almost waiting for 3 months something. And with the same other friend's family, I came here, and we went back. And after reaching my home, sitting in the sofa, there's a big Narasimha Avatar picture. I saw the picture, and I said, "What's happening? Nothing has come." And I just said that, and I opened my mail. And it's there.
Oh, he gets the email. Very nice.
That's September. Okay? That's happened. And in October 26th, and when this September happened, I told my niece, okay, now it's time you buy them. Okay? And this September, there was no date fixed. And October 26th, the other company has fixed the date.
Yes.
And coincidentally, my nephew niece went to the shop saying that we are buying. And I am wearing the tie and everything, getting ready for the interview. Okay? And I said, right time, my interview is there and you are buying. So both are happening at the same time.
Yeah.
I become so confident and evident, and that discussion happened October 26th. Nothing on that statue got shipped here. Okay, and it reached home 10 days back, and I didn't do any puja. I said, today is my son's birthday.
Oh, really? Happy birthday.
That's why I brought him here.
Very nice.
The response has not come. And my wife was worried, no response, what is this and that. Don't worry, just believe in God. And we are going to, again, we already fixed this coming here for our, let's wait. And you won't believe, and I started at 10 o'clock today, and 10:30 we are in the petrol station.
Yes.
We are filling, and I opened my mail, there is a mail. What should I say for this? Everything I decided there, and everything is happening, how the statue is moving.
Yeah, see, that's the mercy of the Lord. He already arranged everything.
The mail could have come 2 days earlier. The mail can come next week also, but why is it coming only today when I am already on the way to Himachal?
By the will of the Lord is like described in the Shastakam, where Lord Chaitanya said everything is moving by the will of the Lord. Even the smallest straw grass cannot move without the sanction of the Lord. So it's a lesson for us. We are not in control. We should trust the Lord. He is taking care of everything. So if you trust the Lord, then, to Him belongs everything. From Him everything is coming. Why should you worry about something? So everything is. But sometimes, because we still have our mind, we still have our ego, the things are not so easy done like said in the end. Because we still get some, first of all, we have attachment to material. I have my attachments, you may have your attachments, and then when something is disturbing the attachment or the things to which we are attached, then normally the mind gets a little bit disturbed. But if you always remember, okay, the Lord is in control, for what I should be worried. If it's His desire, then it will happen. If not, then what can you do? It's like for us, we had we still have December, we still have 23. I was meditating for a long time about Shalikam Shilas, I can tell the story. And then we had this year the wedding with my lovely wife, our Vivahayakya. And then I was saying, okay, let's see, if they don't come to me, I go to Muktinath. no problem. And my wife, no, it's too dangerous, the roads are very dangerous, you never know what happened. I say, yes, I'm praying that they come to me, then I don't have to go there. And basically on our wedding day, they appeared. So the mercy of the Lord wants to see your desire if you're really sincere for the things. I mean, He's helping anyway, but He's always also testing us. At least it's my experience. I think everybody was making the experience that the Lord is testing if we really want the things, or we just some lip service what we're doing, or we really have the desire in our heart for the things. And yeah, mostly, or unfortunately, the older we get, the more confident we get, because we can see the Lord is really there, He's really helping. But if you're telling it's the kids, they don't want to believe it, because they don't have the experience yet. That's our misfortune, that we cannot basically take the full trust just out of the Shastras, out of the books, because Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, Ramayana, everybody's saying, okay, trust the Lord, everything will be fine, trust Lord Ramachandra, He takes care of everything, it's working. But still, there are some controlling habits left. No, I want to be in charge, I want to do this and that. But then the Lord normally saying, no, I teach you a little lesson. So, yeah, but it's no problem. The Lord is very merciful. He loves all of us. He loves every being of Him. Even the small ants He loves, the big elephants He loves. He loves us. So we just have to trust the Lord, and everything will be fine in the end. Somebody else wants to say something, add something? Want to say something, Brian? You look very thoughtful. It's no problem. Okay, if not, I would end the less. Okay, yes, hi Krishna. Yes.
When we... Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hi, boy.
So you were talking about Sankirtan and yes, how fortunate we are that we...
It's this microphone by me.
Okay, those who don't come from spiritual background, and then through the mercy of the Lord, or we come in contact with the devotees, and then our life is transformed through that. And I was thinking, how grateful we can be for this, and also when we go for distributing books, to remember this. Sometimes we may feel not so confident to approach people, but also feeling this, we can actually transform lives in this way and inspire faith. And then, but how can we overcome when people don't have so much faith to take a book, or they don't want to transform the life yet? I don't know how to say.
I mean, if the people don't want to transform the life yet, it's also okay. We have a free choice. We can always choose if I want it or if I don't want it. Krishna gives us every day, every second, we can choose Him, or we can choose, in this sense, Maya, ego, sense enjoyment. We have to do basically the choose always. But I mean, the most important thing on Sankirtan is also to leave a good impression. You cannot force the people or push the people to do something what they don't want, because if they're not interested in the book, it's totally fine. Then you had a short, nice talk. Maybe you can give them a small card from Simhachalam, and it's totally okay. But then next, because if it's also a psychological thing, if they have the good experience with the devotees, they don't feel cheated, they don't feel pushed, they really feel appreciated and acknowledged. The next time they take a book, it's totally fine. I had it also so many times on Sankirtan when the people were saying, oh yeah, last time I didn't take a book, but I found you very nice, you were super friendly, show me what you have, and then they take something, because in the end, I mean, it's nice if you have nice scores on Sankirtan, it's super nice, but that's not all. What's the use of the scores if the people have a bad impression? So then, what's the use of it? You just give out the books. You may pushing and forcing people may to take some books, but in the end, they don't feel happy with it. So then they may never read it, so what's the use of it in the end? I mean, at least that's my opinion, because I saw it so many times on Sankirtan that people sometimes really complained about some devotees because they were really pushy, okay, you really have to take the book, and in the end they didn't feel comfortable and happy with it. And then you may spoil their chance to make spiritual advancement. Because that's the reason, I mean, when I go out on Sankirtan, my first goal is, because if you're going out with the books of Srila Prabhupada, you will represent Srila Prabhupada, you represent ISKCON, so you have to make a good impression to the people. Because for one person who have a bad impression, you need at least 10 devotees to make this bad impression go away for good impressions. So it's all, you have to be always very, that's the reason Sankirtan is an art. You have to really catch the people where they are standing, and yeah, but it's coming with experience. I mean, sometimes you have good days, sometimes you don't have good days, sometimes your mind is telling, no, nobody wants a book, no, it's too cold, no, I want to go home, let me sit in the warm and drink a hot chocolate or whatever, but in the end, it's just the mind. Who cares about the mind? It's anyway makes blah 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 all the day. So, and if you don't have a good day, that's no problem. Then you go home earlier, or you chant in the city, read some Bhagavad Gita, eat some prasadam. You can pray very intense to Srila Prabhupada and the Lord, and explain your challenge, what you have at the moment. And mostly it's helping a lot, because then people will come automatically. I also had it so many times. I had a super bad day and I was telling to Krishna, okay, Krishna, I have enough now. If the next person don't take a book, I go home. And then the people were coming to me, oh, what kind of books you have? Yeah, I know you. Can I give you 20 euros for Bhagavad Gita? That's okay for you? And then the Lord is helping. Because He's sitting in your heart, you just have to communicate with Him. And He's always answering you in some or other form. At least that's my experience. I'm not so super great book distributor, but yeah, if you have difficulties on Sankirtan when you're out, when it's getting too much, it's also okay to stop and go back home and regenerate, go to Arati, chanting in the front of the Lord, and recharge yourself with energy, and then go out the next day. That's also totally fine.
But, what about when people don't have faith, or also when we have our constant negative companion who doesn't want to increase faith, or
I mean,
like
normally,
why should this help my life anyway, or like other?
Yeah, normally if you don't have faith, as a result you don't have the proper experience, because with experience we get automatically faith. And mostly the people can recognize if we have faith ourselves. If we really have faith in Prabhupada, if we have faith in the books, because the people can sense it subconsciously if you're really convinced with the things what you are doing, or you're just doing it because somebody told you to do it, and you're just fulfilling your duty in this sense. The people will recognize. But if you're really convinced with the things what you're doing, that the books are good for the people, that they will change their life for the better, they automatically respond. But this is coming with time. And for this it's good to have the Sankirtan course, where you get the proper training, how to distribute books. If you're going out, the best thing is, especially when you are new for book distributions, if you go out with devotees who have experience with the book distribution. Because with this, you're also developing faith for yourself. Yes, it's working on book distribution. People are happy afterwards. And then you get convinced, and if you are convinced, you can convince other people automatically because they see, yeah, he's really convinced what they're doing. I mean, in working life, you have this motivation course. They really motivate you that you can get convinced for the stuff what you're doing, and then you drag the people with your energy and charisma automatically with you, and they doing the things. But then this, I mean, I remember I first I booked this, yeah, Krsna, you want a book? And it's can get a little bit difficult. But if you go out, okay, hey, hi Bo, hi Krsna, how are you? Look, I have some nice books for you today. It's about, I don't know, depends on the people who are speaking. That's the reason why it's good to have the Sankirtan course to get different kind of mantras, what you can use for different kind of people. And with this time, you get a sense for the people, how you should speak, with whom, how, etc. It's all an experiencing. But don't worry, Prabhupada is very happy that you're going out. Narasimhadev is also very happy that you're going out on book distribution. Just stick to it and try to go out with experienced book distributor. I don't know how the Mataji is arranging here at the moment or not. Who knows? But you can also may ask when some Prabhu's going to pass off for book distribution, if you can join them a little bit. First of all, you are not alone. You're in company of the devotees, makes the things a lot more easier, especially when you're fresh starting with book distribution. It's always good to go out together, because then you can also speak with each other about the challenges and you get some tips. I mean, at least that I can say. I hope I could answer your question about faith a little bit. What did you say?
Like how to increase faith in general, not only for book distribution.
Yeah, faith comes with experience. If they see that the devotees have faith, they see it's working. I mean, can I just speak for myself? In my past, I was eating meat, I was drinking alcohol, taking drugs, was in jail, did all kinds of nonsense that you cannot even imagine. And see, now I'm sitting here and I'm allowed to speak about Bhagavad Gita, so somehow the process is working. Because no intoxication, no gambling, no drugs, no illicit sex, stuff like this. I mean, if you tell there's a person who has a normal Western background, it's like if you're an alien from another planet. But they see that you're happy. I mean, my mom recognized, after some time I was with the devotees, I was coming back and she, oh, hey, you look really happy, but you don't do so much things anymore, but you are happy, how does it work? And then gradually now she also basically drinks super less alcohol, don't eat meat anymore. I think she just eats a tiny bit of fish, sometimes once in a month, don't smoke anymore. You see, then it's influence of the devotees. And it's working. Maybe don't see it ourselves so much, but it's working. I can promise, it's working. It's also working for you, don't worry. Hi, Paul.
Thank you.
Somebody else? Yes.
According to Hinduism, there is an answer for every question in these books.
Yes.
This is usually the way that these books are actually were written from the words of God. And there was, at least what I know from the Bhagavad Gita, which was taught to us when we were childs, that the Krishna has taught this to Arjuna when he was in a complex situation. and he was asking all the questions that a human being will face during their entire life,
Yes.
and how the relations are made and how the relations are broken, and what you have to do, who is actually is insisting you to do is the God in the end. And the God is called as Karta Karma Kriya, and that's how it is written. And if we usually see that for every question that it is surrounding around or revolving around Karta Karma Kriya will be answered in this book, and this is always I allow to read.
Yeah, I mean, that's really nice. Basically, all our challenges, what we have in our life, are answering in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata. I mean, because especially, we can just give the examples from the Pandavas. They were going so much trouble. Arjuna lost his kingdom, they had to go in exile, and they tried to get poisoned, tried to get burned, and if you see Draupadi, who lost all the sons and get so much, but they still had so much faith and love for Krishna, and in the end, that is also so important where we have to read. And here, I mean, if you cannot read, I mean, when I go working, I go normally working in shift system, and you cannot read, it's a little bit difficult, but I'm allowed at least for the night and late shift to listen, to listen some music, so I normally just listen then 8 hours audiobook, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and then, yeah, it's basically super inspiring to see, besides the so-called difficult what we have in life, if you're well known with the Shastras or with the books, then you can see, okay, no problem. Trouble come, trouble go, you just stick to the Lord and everything will be solved. And if we use our intelligence, we can also avoid most of the troubles if you just follow the examples of the Pandavas and the great devotees, and life become very easy. And we just have to do it, that's all. Yeah. It's like your spiritual master and also Shastras, they're basically showing the way, which way you have to go, but the work you have to do by yourself. Nobody will do it for you. You have to do it by yourself, that's the point. And if you don't do it by yourself, you have to deal with the consequences. You may like it, you may don't like it, but consequence will be always there. You can just choose if you want to have, in this sense, consequences who brings you forward or just who drags you down. So it's always your choice. He wants to play. The consequences is he gets chastisement. Yes. Okay, then, if nobody else, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vanshaka Panarupasha, Kripa Sindhu Evacha, Patitanam Pavanano, Vaishnavevo, Namo Namaha, Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. No, Srila Prabhupada.